Sri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 38 of Yuddha Kanda. In the previous chapter, we saw Ravana making arrangement for the defense of Lanka by keeping able persons on all four gates, with Prahasta on the eastern gate, Mahodara, Mahaparshva on the southern gate, Indrajita on the on the western gate, and then Ravana himself placed himself on the northern gate. And accordingly, when this information through the spying of the ministers of Vibhishana, when Rama came to know about them, he too made arrangements for attack on the Lanka by asking Nila to face Prahasta on the eastern gate and Angada to face and attack Mahodara and Mahaparshva on the southern gate, and Hanuman to face and attack on Indrajita on the western gate, and he himself, along with Lakshmana, to attack on the Ravana himself, while the rest of the army need to be guarded by Sugriva, Jambavan, and Vibhishana himself as a backup for the remaining army which is now going to attack on Lanka. Having resolved to stay on Mount Suvela, in fact, after making this decision and assigning the responsibilities, Rama decided to stay for the night on Mount Suvela, from where he can keep a watchful eye over Lanka. Having resolved to stay on Mount Suvela, Rama, followed by Lakshmana, addressed Sugriva and also Vibhishana, the night ranger, who was full of integrity, devotion, sagacity, and experience, and in tones of great sweetness and nobility, he said, "Let us ascend the Mount Suvela, that king of peaks and plateaus, filled with hundreds of metallic veins, in order to pass the night there. Then we shall be able to survey Lanka, the haunt of the Titan, that wretch who has borne away my consort to his own destruction. He has neither regard for justice, virtue, nor the honor of his house. He who, in consequence of his base nature, has committed this heinous deed. Because remember, Ravana is actually born in a very noble family. His great grandfather Pulastya is the mind born son of Brahma himself, and being the descendant of the Paulastya dynasty, he is supposed to be belonging to the class of Brahmanas, and those who are well versed in the Vedas and scriptures and should be always doing the good deeds. And it is not necessarily so always. Like Ravana, falling himself in the company of the demons and titans, became a demon or a titan himself, causing havoc to the whole world. Brahmana can also turn out to be something, a havoc for the whole world. And at the same time, we see exactly on the other side Sugriva, who is not even considered among the humans, has established his friendship with Rama, and because of that reason, later we will going to see at the end of Yuddhakanda, where Rama himself proclaims him, saying he is the fifth among those four brothers, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna. So, in whichever caste one born, it all depends upon with whom that establish the friendship and what kind of qualities they imbibe themselves with. That one will going to excel like Sugriva, or one who is born in a high caste, in an upper caste, can drop himself down like Ravana. Thus reflecting and censuring Ravana, Rama approached Mount Suvela with its ravishing slopes and began the ascent. Behind him came Lakshmana, proud of his great valor, alert, bearing his bow and arrows, and Sugriva, who with his ministers and Vibhishana scaled the mountain also. Those rangers of the hills bounded with the speed of the wind, scrambling from 100 sides at once in the steps of Raghava, and did not take long to reach the summit. From there they observed that splendid city with its marvelous gates enclosed in magnificent ramparts, as if suspended in the air. Thus did Lanka, filled with warriors, appear to those monkey leaders, And standing on those wonderful ramparts, the dark hued titans resembled a second wall in the eyes of foremost monkeys. Beholding them, the monkeys in Rama's presence, burning to fight, redoubled their cries. Meanwhile, the sun, dyed with the fires of dusk, moved towards the west, and the night, illumined by the full moon, drew on. Then Rama, the elder, the leader of the monkey army, having exchanged salutations with Vibhishana, established himself happily on the breast of Mount Suvela with the leaders of the monkeys. Thus come to the end chapter 38 of Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puramasini Tvamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.